Welcome back, everyone. As you probably guessed from the title and the thumbnail, we're talking about Olight's Black Friday sale. I'm actually filming this on the last day. I got some of the lights in a little bit late. I thought I missed the sale, but turns out they extended it through today. So if you guys are watching this day I uploaded it, all these things are still for sale for the next 24 hours or so. So as a reminder, they still have the Osight SE fully enclosed green dot optic with RMSC footprint, really long battery life, all of those sorts of things. That is still on sale for $149 shipped right now. Crazy deal on that. We have a full video up on that. When I did that video, I was still waiting on the lights. Lights have shown up. I'm going to try to do this all one take, no editing, just because time is of the essence as of when I'm filming this. So we're going to start out with sort of like the tactical lights, if you will, and then we're going to go into the non-tactical lights. So if you guys are looking for different parts, you have an idea of where they are. As always, guys, there will be an affiliate link down below to pick any of these items up if you're interested in that. Can't say all the prices and all that stuff because, again, we're just trying to get the video up because the sale ends relatively soon. So with that, first up is going to be this guy here. This is the Odin S. So obviously it is a Scout mount compatible light. Any of your Surefire Scouts will work on there. It does come in both the M-LOK as well as the 1913 mount configuration, but you can take them off and run any one of the mounts that you want to. That said, the mounts they come with are pretty darn good. You can get them without, like you see here, without the tail cap, or tape switch rather, or with the tape switch. And there are two different tape switches, which we'll talk about here in just a second. But basically, the Mini here has the rechargeable battery. You put the charging cable on the rear right there, and basically if you sort of half press it, if you will, it goes on low, but it's a gas pedal style tail cap, so when you press really hard, it goes on to high. I believe on this one, the high is around 15,000 candela, around 1,200 lumens, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on these. I'm going straight off the dome on this one. But these ones also, if you have the tape switch, it has a high and a low button, so you can use either one. As I mentioned, they also have two different tape switches. So this is, in my opinion, the best switch that they have come up with. I believe this is the Rod V2, they call it. And the reason I say that is it's magnetic and it locks in, and it locks in two ways. So if you guys have watched my videos over the years, I think they developed this because of me. Basically what they used to have is this kind of switch right here. So this is their original switch. They still have this switch. And basically the way this one works is you can pull back and you can lock it. You guys should be able to hear that detent engaging, and when it's in the down position, you can actually pull it off magnetically and then charge your light. And then when it's in the lock position, you can't. However, what we found is that under full auto fire, sometimes that would loosen up. So with the new one, they have made an improvement, and basically what they did is that you have to rotate it, and then you can pull down, and then it will come off. So basically, to put it on, you magnetically hit it like that. And at this point, it will work. Like if you want to run the tape switch or anything like that, you can do so. It has momentary and constant through the tape switch as well as the tail cap. But you put it up, that locks it. But then if you rotate it, then you really lock it. You can't take it down. So that is the improved tape switch, very likely because of me. As you guys know, I break tape switches. It's kind of what I do. It's kind of my thing. And then the other Olight Odins that they have available for this sale is going to be this guy here. This is the traditional Odin, so full size. I believe 2,000 lumens rather on that one. Still roughly around 1,500 candela if I remember correctly. Same thing, different mounts if you guys want M-LOK or standard. And then you have the Mini S. So this one here, the Mini versus the S, as you guys can see size-wise, they are very similar if I actually show you them next to each other. However, this one here has a little bit more candela. That is going to be the S. So if you want a little bit more throw, but a slightly larger light, that is how it stacks up. And then with the full size, to give you guys an idea, it is just a little bit larger there. But this one, of course, also has a larger battery. So whichever one you want to go with, pretty much all of those, again, I'm going off the top of my head, are roughly $100 shipped right now. Which if you look around at the cost of weapon lights, it's not exactly all that bad, particularly given the feature set that we are talking about. So the next one up is going to be this guy here. This is the BALDR S. They have it in a few different colors as well as a few different laser configurations. So we also have the FDE version here as well as the black one. So some of you guys may not know, but this is actually an interesting little light. You can put it on guns several different ways. So basically it has a two-piece design. So this piece actually comes off. This is your 1913 or Glock insert or whatever we want to call it. We have different inserts that you can put in there depending on the firearm that you have. Olight has a guide and all that fancy stuff on their website if you guys want to check it out. But basically you find wherever you want to stick it on the gun, and then you can either push it forward or back, depending on where you want to actually actuate it. And then at this point, you can press and hold for momentary. And then on the bottom there, as you guys can see, we have different modes there. So you have light only, light laser, and then laser only. So press and hold for obviously momentary, and then release, or if you want constant, you just click it and let off. It's the same on both sides. This one has a blue laser. This one has a green laser. I think they make them interchangeable. So if you guys want to switch out, like if you want a black one with a blue laser or a green laser, you can do that. If you want a tan one with a blue laser or a green laser rather, you can do that. And they are also magnetic rechargeable there on the base, so you don't have to take it off your gun to recharge it. They're actually like holster companies. I have a couple of them. You guys have probably seen them on the channel if you guys have watched for a while. There are holster companies that make holsters that allow you to charge it without taking the gun out of the holster as well, if you guys are into that. And then they also have a O knife that they brought back. This is actually one of my favorite O knives that they've ever had. This one is made out of their fancy material. So Olight has a material that they came up with. It's called OAL, and it's lighter and stronger than 7075 aluminum. That's kind of their claim to fame. Has good grip texturing on there. The one thing I always get Olight on for their knives is going to be the jimping on the back is not super aggressive. That said, like I mentioned, this is actually one of my favorite O knives because the jimping is not terrible on this one. Then it has that lock that allows you to put it back in, but very good knife. I actually have had one of these since whenever they came out, I guess a year now, and it's excellent. You can also reverse the pocket clip on there, which I like, so you can carry it however you want when you actually want to deploy it out of your pocket. So those are the dedicated weapon lights that are going on during this sale. And then additionally, we have some other lights that are kind of insane. The ones that you guys will probably be most interested in with this audience is going to be this guy. This is the Marauder 2. So this thing is 140,000 candela and 10,000 lumens. It is a monster. So we actually had the original one of these, but this again is the 2. It allows you to charge it via a USB-C. You can also use it as a power bank, or you can charge it with the traditional Olight charging method. Of course, you can take all that off. It also has a lanyard loop on there, and then it allows you to select, if I could let that zoom in there, select if you want red light, high candela, high throw, which I guess is the same thing, or high lumens, so sort of a wider thing, and you can select it via the switch here on the back. I mean, this thing is an absolute monster of a light. Again, 140,000 candela and 10,000 lumens. I mean, the thing is just crazy. A very, very impressive light. It also comes in this lockable O-ring sealed case. You definitely could fly with this with other items if you wanted to. That definitely would work. I wouldn't see any issue at all with that, but it does come in the case. That light's not cheap, as you would imagine. That's a crazy amount of output for it. And the next one up that we're going to talk about is going to be, rather, if I could find it, it's going to be this guy here. This one is their UI, or OAL, excuse me, version of a light that's been out for a while. So it is the Warrior Ultra. Has our clickable tail cap there, as you would expect. So that way, again, light press and you're going to get low, hard press, you're going to get all of the output, which I believe on this one is 26,000 candela. And I want to say it's like 2,500 lumens on this one as well. Then we also have our side button there where you can work through all the different modes. You can engage strobe, all of those sorts of things. But if you press and hold, it will tell you the battery status and then give you all the different modes. So that way, if you don't want just high output all the time, you can go through low output for longer battery life, all of those sorts of things. And then it also has that little sensor. If you guys see it there on your screen, that little black thing on the edge of the bezel, that is in case you are up against a white wall at night or something like that, and you actually accidentally go ahead and give it all of the gas. You guys can see there it automatically dims down, so that way you don't blind yourself with the splash that is coming off the wall. This light is also compatible with 1-inch mounts, so if you wanted to weapon mount this, you can. It is essentially very, very similar, as you guys can see, to the weapon-mounted version that they do make. However, this one, again, is their OAL material. Has good texturing on there. It's just a very good light. I've had this one in for a little bit now. They also have a few different colors of pretty much everything I'm showing you today, so just be aware of that. And then this one here is the Perun 3. It is a light, but it also comes with the ability, if you guys want, to mount it up as a headlamp and use it hands-free. Obviously, you guys can see in there, it has the same thing. It has that safety mechanism, so if you get too bright too close to something, it will automatically shut off. We have the button there on the side to actuate it. And this thing is a floodlight. So that's kind of the way you want to think about this. It's very, very floody. So if you want a 180-degree wall of light, definitely check it out. But you guys can see it has all the cooling fins there on the top because it is a very, very high output light, particularly given the size of it there. And then we have our magnetic tail cap charging, as you would imagine, and also a pocket clip if you guys want to run it like that without just the headlamp. One thing I like this light for, and the Perun 2, the predecessor, is it's just very ergonomic to use. Just as you grab it, very easy to scan and search with. And then, of course, most of these lights, if I didn't mention it already, are magnetic. So that way, if you want to like stick them up in your car hood while you're working in your car or something like that, you can do that. And then we have kind of a series of lights. So we have the Arkfelds. These are EDC style lights. This one obviously has the Christmas edition of the Arkfeld Pro, and they're all going to be a little bit different in terms of what they do. So for those who have never seen one of these, you press this button right here, and it will give you the battery indicator, and then you can work through different modes. They all have something a little bit different. Like right now it is on white light. This one's kind of a flood. And then it also has a UV light, and then it also has a laser on this one. This one has been out for a while. This is not new, but this is the new Christmas edition. Then they have some new ones that have some cool features here. So these two right here are going to be made once again with their OAL material. This is the Ultra Arkfeld Pro Ultra, and then the Arkfeld Pro. These are both the full size with the two-way clip. You can charge them via the magnetic portion on the rear there. It also, of course, will magnetically stick to stuff if you want to. But these also have, which I personally prefer, I really do like having a USB-C charger in there. They both have that. And then they have different modes on them, which we'll show you here in just a second. So this one here has both the UV light, regular light, and then it has a spot option or a high candela version of the light, and a floodier version. And of course, you can work through by just pressing and holding, and then you double click for the turbo output on there. But then they also have a button right there on the side that allows for the laser. So these, in my opinion, are the best Arkfelds they've ever made because of the different options they have in terms of output, as well as just the different functions they have and the different ways to charge them. So this one here, you guys can see, has both the UV light, wide light again, and then the high candela light, and then once again the laser. This one also has all the same features of this one here. The texturing is slightly different on them. This one has a little bit more aggressive texture on the side. This one's a little bit less aggressive if that is important to you. And then we have this guy here, which is the Arkfeld Light. So it's essentially a smaller version, just to kind of show you these are the traditional Arkfeld size. The magnets are pushing them apart. But as you guys can see, it is smaller, still has that two-way clip, still has the magnetic charging, has the red light on there, and then it also has the UV light. And the light this one has is just the floodlight, so it doesn't have the spotlight. And then it also has, again, that side charging on there if you guys want to USB charge it. A couple other lights here before we close it out. I'm sure this video is going long. So the O-Clip Pro, they have the Christmas version of this, which is fantastic. But basically it has a clip, so you can clip it onto things. It's also magnetic, so you can magnetically stick it onto stuff. I use these all the time. I've talked about that before here on the channel. It is charged via a USB-C port there on the side. And then basically the way it works is that they have three different lights on there, a throw, a flood, and then a color. There's different models. Some of them have UV, some of them have red, and then you can make them strobe and do SOS and all types of other things. And the way you actually work the buttons, or work the output rather, I should say, is through this button here on the side. So basically you press it, you have your output of whatever you want, you work through the different ones, double click for the different modes, and then if you switch it to one side, as you can see, it changes. I have mine preset to SOS, but you can switch that out, and then it also has the throw version versus the flood version, so you can pick whichever one you want. These things are super, super convenient. Again, it's magnetic, so you can stick it to just about anything and get a ton of output for it. It definitely is a beast. And then lastly, we have this guy here, which is the Olight Baton 4. These lights have been out forever. Very, very popular. Magnetic tail cap charging. Also has a two-way clip. Also has the button that you actuate it on there on the side. And again, these things are powerhouse. If you guys haven't seen these, particularly the 3 and the 4, which this one's 4, insane amounts of output for the size, has good knurling on it. These are also available in a number of different configurations. And with that, guys, I'm going to stop talking because I'm going to try to get this video uploaded so you guys take advantage of the sale if you're interested in it. No beam comparisons today because, again, I just don't have time. They just kind of came in and we wanted to get the video up. So that is it. Also, with any Olight video, I should also mention there is a link down below if you guys are angered by an Olight video. It's a really sad state that you might be in, so there will be a link for mental health resources down below for you guys to pick those up as well, because there's no reason that anyone should be mad that a video exists on the internet. That's just odd. So there's that, and that's all I got for you. Hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas coming up in the next few weeks. So that's it. Close the video out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.